All right, baby. Next on the line of those little Oscar baitable movies of 2023. Well, that was receiving buzz, but sure not anymore. Priscilla, released by A24 with the association of American Zoetrope, of course, for it is directed by the great Sofia Coppola. Starring as the ever-so-famous Priscilla, Cailee Spaeny, who meets a little-known singer named Elvis Presley, played quite well by Jacob Elordi, and their whole love story tracing back when they met in Germany, specifically from Priscilla's perspective. That's it, nothing too crazy. However, what makes it interesting and special is the fact that it is based on Priscilla's own memoir, Elvis and Me, which details a little more actions of cruelty from Elvis. This is where the film gets a bit of flack from audiences, obviously Elvis lovers, like myself, because we think, oh, this is preposterous. How dare you say or even hint at the inkling of a drop of a morsel of an ounce of a centimeter of a thought that Elvis could behave in such an abusive manner. This must be fabricated. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all mature adults for the most part, right? So we can certainly discern that the journey of Elvis is imperfect, especially with his pill addiction. We all know he was addicted to pills, and that was part of his ultimate and unfortunate destruction. And you can't say his behavior was not altered because of it. Also, why would Priscilla Presley write a memoir with these events if they weren't true? To get back at the man that she was married for 6 years? And they really did love each other. So we can't blame Priscilla for any wrongdoing there either. Nor can the new generation call Elvis a rapist and a pedophile, even though his action of being with a 14-year-old is shocking, but they didn't marry until she was 22 years old. Not excusing the fact or condoning being with a young teenage girl when you are in your mid-20s, obviously, but remember the fact that Elvis and Priscilla did have such passionate love for each other. It is what it is, as they say. Some may call it just lust, but nah, man. When you read other documented writings from both of them, it was there. And I think that's what is ever so present in Sofia Coppola's film adaptation. The love that just flames like a wild sensual bonfire between them two. As wrong as it may be, Sofia was very moved by Priscilla's memoir that she had been wanting to make it for a while. She connected with the ordeal of a young teenage girl growing up in Graceland with one of the biggest stars in the world, coming into womanhood and then finding her own place in the world, much like her adaptation of Marie Antoinette with Kirsten Dunst, which is fantastic. Like her film of Marie Antoinette as well, Sofia includes a lot of modern 80s and 90s new wave rock and roll, like Spectrum's How You Satisfy Me, but also classics of the time, Frankie Avalon's Venus, to give its little nuanced flavor, and a great original score by Thomas Mars, Sofia's husband, frontman of his band, Phoenix. It's really amazing for there not to be any Elvis music in the film and on the soundtrack because mainly Elvis Presley Enterprises did not approve of this film at all. They recognized how many ill things occur within the script that they did not agree with. So no permission of using music at all, at least sung by Elvis. They could use covers, but not Elvis's original voice. Plus, Sofia having to make significant changes to her own script in order to accommodate Lisa Marie Presley's plea, who hated the script. She said the script was, and I quote, shockingly vengeful and contemptuous, and saw nothing of her father in the predator and manipulator she was reading. So I'm glad Sofia was very focused to bring out the love story between these two, not to dwell on the darker times, but to show the reality, to show Elvis as a human being rather than a two-dimensional, snidely whiplash kind of character. It was tough work making this picture. Sofia did everything she could to get it finished, that she cut a week's worth of scenes because financing was dropped. Personally, the film received a little bit more flack than it deserves because yes, I was skeptical based on how Elvis would come off in this venture and perspective. But because Sofia Coppola is such a great writer and director, she was able to bring the humanity out of the reality that would absolutely resonate with this new generation. And a lot of them have been moved by it, specifically by the fact that it's Jacob Elordi, everyone's flawed heartthrob from Euphoria. Elordi really is great in the role as Elvis, whom he was really taking seriously while he was filming Saltburn at the same time. And of course, Cailee Spaeny is great in the role of Priscilla. You buy instantly the attraction and the whirlwind of romantic dreams for their future. Being a Sofia Coppola film, it's very quiet and just authentically natural, which I can appreciate for a sensitive story. Even though it was slightly controversial, it was still garnering some buzz for potentially Sofia as director and both Cailee and Jacob for their lovely performances. More so Cailee, especially after her Golden Globe nomination and her win at the Venice Film Festival for Best Actress. But at the end of the day, walked away in the dust with nothing. And straight to streaming services like The Max, it went. But honestly, you will find a lot in this picture that will help you feel the warmth of what young love was for these particularly historical characters, but also the tension of immature growth and where it could be destroyed. All in all, folks, I give Priscilla a B+. This film reminds me how great of an artist Sofia Coppola is, and I do recommend it for your viewing pleasure. But tell me, you honky-tonk cats, have you seen Priscilla? What do you think of it? Please like, comment, and share with all your friends. Stay tuned for more to come, and always remember to keep taking care of business with a smile, baby.